What's going on, everybody? You're watching Sit Down on DJ Sixsmith. Ian Duff is here with us, the Republic of Sarah on the CW. It's been a good one for him. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing really well. So you've been doing this acting thing for a minute. You've been growing out the career. You got the series show now. You're doing the thing on the CW. What's this experience been like for you so far?
It's been new. It's been enlightening. I still feel like a rookie. So I'm really here I'm just taking in all the information. I'm trying to get better every day. I'm a former athlete, so I just look at it as working out every day and trying to get better. But it's been an absolute blast. My cast, the producers, the crew. It was an incredible experience to shoot in Montreal, and I think the show is great. And I'm hoping that viewers feel the same.
I think that transition from sports to acting is interesting because there's a lot of similarities, obviously some differences, but how did that prepare you just for this crazy world of entertainment?
One, it prepared me for no. It prepared me to be resilient and accepting that I'm gonna hear a lot of no's. That I have a goal, and the goal is to I keep saying get better, but that's really the goal, to put in the work every day, to take classes, to work on my craft. And if I scratch that a little bit each day, I know that I'll get to wherever it is I want to get to in time. So I guess resilience and discipline, really.
Yeah, those are really important principles. What do you remember about the moment that you found out you booked the show?
I was in LA. It actually was about 15 minutes after, 15, 20 minutes after the screen test. And I told my agents, I said, do not only call me if I got it. If I didn't get it, you gotta text me or email me. And I saw the call and I was like, oh, it's happening. It's happening. So I remember that. That was really exciting.
That's really cool, man. So why don't we talk about the show? Why do you think this show has been a good one so far? Because listen, man, like the fans on CW are crazy. They're super passionate. What do you think it is about this show that people like so much?
It's different. It's original. It's about human interaction. It's about real people. It's about a small town. The relationships are really important. And I feel the CW hasn't. I'm not gonna say they haven't. I would say this is a stepping stone in a new direction for the CW. And I think that the cast, I think my cast is fantastic. I think we're all doing a hell of a job, and we're passionate about the stories that are taking place within the Republic of Sarah. And the fans, the viewers, they seem to like it as well.
Yeah, and it's this fun idea too of like, what would it be like if we just separated from everybody else and did our own thing, right? You know, I think it hits on that, and the relationship thing too. That's universal as well.
Yeah, I think so. I agree, 100%.
When you think about Grover, what was most important for you in terms of what you want to bring to the role?
Good question. Grover's a much better man than I am.
Why is that?
He's selfless. He doesn't take things too personally. He's a supporter. He's a friend. Not that I'm not those things, but the way that, if you watch the show, the circumstances that he finds himself in, he tends to relinquish that initial "you wronged me" or from. Yeah, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but yeah, he knows how to compartmentalize and put the focus on the other person and be supportive. And I think as the show goes on, people will see what happens when you take time and focus on yourself, and when you deal with your traumas, when you confront them. And that's something that I was able to take away from Grover into my own personal life. And I feel much better about it after that 7-month journey.
It's really interesting how you can live in somebody else's brain, how that can impact you in your real life. I mean, everything you just said is super important, right? Dealing with your traumas, compartmentalizing, letting things roll. Like, that's not easy stuff, man. So the fact that you brought that home with you is really a plus. I give you credit.
Yeah, man, it's a credit to Jeff King and the writing, and my castmates, and just the overall experience being in Montreal and shooting. It definitely left a huge impact.
Have you had a moment where somebody's recognized you as Grover? I mean, we're living in pandemic times, a little crazy out there. Has it happened yet for you?
My dentist. I went to my dentist. And one of the assistants. No, yeah. So I mean, that's fun. It's cool. It's weird. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't really focus on those things. I'm just here to do a job, and hopefully, people like the show. And yeah, that's what's really important to me.
Yeah, I feel you, man. And it's always important when people are talking about your projects. And listen, Judas and the Black Messiah got a lot of conversation going this year about it. That was an unbelievable film. I mean, it was just striking in so many different ways. What was it like to be a part of it?
That was winter in Cleveland with an amazing group of artists. The only way that we were able to, not the only, well, yeah, the only way we were able to do that film was through a bond, through a closeness, through understanding that we're here together to work. We're here together. We were forced, not forced, but it gradually happened, and we became a family on that set, on that project. And we were dealing with heavy topics, dealing with history. We had Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. on set. We had Mama Akua on set. We had Panthers on set every day. So there was no way that you can take that in, have this history, have these legends in front of you, and not soak in the information and really put yourself in their shoes. It was an absolute honor, and I think the work speaks for itself, and that's a testament to the closeness and the camaraderie and the brilliance of Shaka King and Will Burson and the Lucas brothers. And yeah, it took a complete village to make that, and the work speaks for itself.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. I would imagine also it was just a fascinating learning experience, not only historically with everybody you mentioned who was on set, but the actors that you're working with as well. So what were just the biggest lessons you took away from that, whether it be historical or acting?
One, I would say that the people do have a control if you come together. That the people need to be heard. That community is really important. That grassroots organizing does work. I would say also it's so interesting to learn really how young the Panthers were. I mean, I'm older than I'm older than all of them, but when they were at that time, and just to think of how I was when I was 20, 19, 20, 21, I was not on that wavelength. So to know that they were, man, they were incredible. They were heroes, real life superheroes, and they put the people first, and they wore that on their backs, and it's inspiring, and it had me take a step back and think about what's important for me. What do I have to say, and how I can contribute to the conversation, to the work. And I think acting wise, it's like being in a master class, just being able to work with all my castmates. It was fun, man. This is fun to me. So it's like working out with my friends on the basketball court, on the baseball field. It's all the same, I think.
I think that's really great perspective. And speaking of things that are important to you, what's most important to you going forward? What are some other projects you like to dip your toe into and do down the road?
Man, I don't even. The goal for me is to make a living doing this thing. So whatever that means. I mean, I plan on doing this as long as I'm physically able, as long as I can walk, talk, move. As long as I'm mobile and I'm able to communicate. Yeah, I'm going to be doing it. So whatever comes. I've been blessed and fortunate that I have a phenomenal team that understands what the kind of work that I want to do, and between that foundation, that support, and luck. And being prepared when opportunities come my way, it's just been working in my favor, and I've been able to do so far everything that I've set myself up to do. So we'll see what happens in the future, but there's things coming down. So
awesome, man. Well, things are off to a great start. Really, congratulations on the show. It's a huge honor, and looking forward to talking to you down the road. All right.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks a lot.